Hi everyone. For this week's module, we're going to study oblique drawings. So we've been studying drawing systems in general and paraline drawings. Today, the oblique drawings are one type of those paraline drawings. We'll talk about the oblique projection theory, and then go on to talk about the two primary methods of drawing oblique drawings in architecture, which are plan obliques and elevation obliques. If you've been with me so far this semester, you know that I like to start broad and then narrow into our topic. So we are still studying drawing systems in general, which provide different ways to think about and envision your design. The different drawing systems we're studying this semester are orthographic, paraline, and perspective. So far, we've covered the orthographic. We introduced the paraline drawings last week with the axonometric, and this week we're going to cover the oblique drawings. So enough introduction, let's get down to it. What is oblique projection? It's another type of pictorial projection, but a little bit different than axonometric or multi-view. Remember that this is multi-view projection where the line of sight is directly at your page or your plane of projection, and you're kind of looking 90 degrees directly at your object. Axonometric, remember we tilted the object, but you still looked directly at the page. The thing that's different about oblique is, look at this line of sight. It's at an angle, okay, to the plane of projection. And so therefore, your rays are parallel to each other, but oblique, or at an angle to the plane of projection. Unlike axonometric, remember we tilted the object in axonometric, oblique, one face of your object is going to be directly parallel with that plane of projection. There are three different things that will affect the overall appearance of your oblique drawing or your oblique sketch. And the first one is the surface of the particular object that you choose to show parallel to the projection plane. Remember that one of the faces or axes or the surfaces of your object is directly facing the projection plane. And you can, of course, in your mind, turn the object to pick which one that is. And that will definitely affect the way your sketch looks. And here is an illustration of two different choices of surfaces. In this case, kind of a better choice and a poor choice for that particular surface or object, excuse me. The next thing that's going to affect the appearance of your sketch and that you can choose is the angle and orientation that you're going to use for that projection angle or and to create those receding lines in your sketch. And here's an illustration of the same object, the same, rectangular cube or prism. And it's chosen a number of different orientations, and so you can draw all of these different options. The third factor in oblique projection is the scale for the object's depth. All right, and we're going to talk about this a lot when we talk about plan and elevation, but you can choose, okay, with your receding lines to either project them full scale, which often gives kind of a distorted look, or you can reduce that scale and to many different ways, okay, and try to correct for some distortion. So here is in this direction, a 100% or a 1 scale. Here would be a 75% scale and even less. Okay, so depending on your intent, your design intent, you can actually choose to vary that scale. All right, we've talked about a lot of very technical items about oblique drawings in general. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video now, and in your next video, we're going to move on to talk about architectural graphics specifically, where we use two very common oblique drawings, which are plan obliques and elevation obliques. Thanks, everyone.